Hello and welcome to Shootin' the Breeze. I'm WECT First Alert Chief Meteorologist Gannon, and I'm thrilled to have your company for this 21st episode of Shootin' the Breeze here in the new year. I also hope you get a laugh at a special segment of some of the bloopers and outtakes from our first 20 episodes. That's coming up at the end. Reason to stick around there. And I know you always stick around for trivia, so let's hit it. And in doing so, dig into your winter weather memory bank. The question is, how many years have passed since Wilmington had a snow event of at least an inch? Has it been A, 7 years, B, 8 years, C, 9 years, or D, 10 years, a full decade since an inch of snow coated the port city? I'll have your answer in just a few minutes. The biggest snowstorms always blow in from the south. This is classic Carolina weather lore. And you know what? There's a lot of truth to this one. So many of the Cape Fear region's memorable and generational snow systems track through from south to north. From the one that delivered up to 5 fluffy inches of snow to Wilmington just before Valentine's Day in 2010. To the one that pasted the port city with more than a foot of the white stuff just before Christmas in 1989. The general meteorological setup that supports this lore goes like this. In wintertime, the polar branch of the jet stream can buckle anomalously far south. It's a pattern that supports the incursion of cold and even Arctic air into the Carolinas. And importantly, the maintenance of that cold air flow for at least a couple of days' time. The relatively warmer shores of the Gulf of Mexico and the Gulf Stream ocean current just off our Atlantic coast provide natural frontal boundaries for such Arctic air and thus can be breeding grounds for deepening surface low pressure systems. Those are your snowstorms. And just like the old weather lore prescribes, they tend to be south to north trackers. And as an added bonus, these highly amplified patterns also afford the chance for what's called phasing, where the polar jet stream works in tandem with the subtropical jet stream for added energy and moisture to inflate the snowfall rates and the overall snow totals. Remember, this weather lore is about the big snow events. So what, you might ask, are the exceptions to this old rule? Every rule's got exceptions, right? Well, there actually aren't many exceptions. The closest thing is a feature called a clipper. It's a type of polar branch snow system that actually does ride in from the north. The thing is, these snow systems are usually quite starved of moisture, and unlike their cousins from the south, are usually much speedier. So even if they do produce snow, it doesn't last long or add up to much. Thus, clippers never deliver generational snow events, the all-timers. Occasionally, though, one will thread the needle and produce a memorable event like on Inauguration Day 2009. Streaky low pressure turned raindrops to snowflakes that morning, and when the Clipper departed that evening, a fresh 4 inches had fallen at White Lake, Bladen County. Tabor City in Columbus County netted 3 inches. 2 inches of snow fell on Burgaw and Pender County, and even the Cape Fear coast participated with 1 inch of snow reported at Wrightsville Beach. With Wilmington averaging under 1 inch annually, snow remains a rare meteorological treat for the Cape Fear region, especially compared to most of the rest of the Carolinas. But when the big snowstorms do come around, there is something to that old weather lore. Odds are they're coming from the south. All right, let's see how you handled this episode's trivia question. How many years have passed since Wilmington had a snow event of at least 1 inch? Congratulations if you chose A. It's been 7 years since the port city has experienced a real substantive snowfall of 1 inch or more, at least at the time of this recording of Shootin' the Breeze. You might remember the snow system of January 3rd and 4th of 2018. Wilmington officially recorded 3.8 inches of snow with that system that started as rain but quickly turned over. Maybe you also recall that a wave of long-lasting, bitter cold temperatures succeeded this winter storm, and that allowed at least 1 inch of snow to stay on the ground at Wilmington for over 5 days. Really unusual for a snowpack of any kind to last in the port city for more than a day. But what wasn't unusual about this early 2018 snowstorm was, to my earlier point, it came in from the south. The old weather lore proving good and true in this case. Thanks for streaming with me on this 21st episode of Shootin' the Breeze. And as always, I'm thankful to connect with you on these platforms. Say, if you have a question about a topic you saw here on Shootin' the Breeze, if you have a suggestion for a Cape Fear or Carolina weather item you'd like to see covered in the future, or if you just want to say hello and what's the good word. And as always, WECT.com/anywhere is a great place to find more unique WECT digital content. Hope I'll see you for the next episode of Shootin' the Breeze, but before you go, I hope you get a laugh or two from these bloopers and outtakes from episodes 1 through 20. Shootin' the Breeze has been a fun project, my friend, and we're just getting started.
Shootin' the Breeze.
Bye, Breeze.
Hello, welcome to Shootin' the Breeze. Oh. All right. Scrolling.
This episode's trivia question is in the spirit on record, but then it was followed up by, remember to connect with me on these platforms. If you have a question about a topic, the upside down goblins are getting us now.
Don't mess us up.
We only got one shot.
Yeah.
Not miss your chance. If you have a question you saw about a topic, that answer when episode Gosh. Hope you enjoy this segment from was a fun one also. As it hit, let me try take two. 4 tornadoes here and delivered over 8 I gotta start this over, I'm so out of whack. This year's best moments, Friday at 5 on WECT. I'm gonna have a big blooper reel at the end of this.
Gentlemen, that was magic in one take.
See, that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
Boom. Use the man's.